Our volunteer victim needs medical attention, so pull him from the driver's side.
Sarge, you know we ain't doing mouth-to-mouth and shit, right?
Knock it off, Private. You've got DNR written all over you. Sergeant, as our casualty is clearly still breathing, please assess his injuries. Okay, now, let's imagine what we got here. Our wounds to the leg and chest. For argument's sake, we'll pretend the femoral artery's been nicked. So let's get a tourniquet on it. If you don't have one to hand, there's plenty on the table here.
Alright, so the table he's referring to is here. But I don't know if it's bugged out, but I can never yeah, get anything from this table. But don't worry, you have a tourniquet in your inventory. So let's see if we can okay, perfect. So if you hold right on the D-pad, you'll then have this pop up, which is kind of like a quick what's it called? A quick slot. So if you go over the tourniquet and press the trigger button, which is R2, you've then equipped it. Which is a lot faster than, you know, going through your inventory and then having to press triangle to equip it. So yeah, that's a quick tip. So if you hold R1, you can see where the injury is. So we can see that he's got an injury on his leg. Press square, and that's all. We just tap square, and
that
it will
should
do it.
prevent hemorrhagic shock and death from blood loss. Next, get a bandage on the chest. Again, if you're out, you'll find what you need on the table beside me.
Okay, so saying that there's a chest injury. So you can see that when I hold R1 now, normally nothing really will pop up. But we can see, I think the tourniquet's popping up because we've got the tourniquet on, so it's giving us an option to remove it. But we can see the chest injury isn't popping up. So when we have a bandage in the hand, now when we hold R1, we can see it gives us an option to bandage the chest.
That's it. And while you're at it, remove the tourniquet. Try bandaging the leg as well.
No funny stuff, okay?
Okay, so he wants to bandage the leg. We hold R1, we see there's an option there. We can bandage the leg a little bit easier.
So far, so good. Our casualty's stable. Grab some saline solution and administer it intravenously.
Intro what? No way, fuck that!
Okay. So that's not popping up on a quick slot, so we have to do it manually. So, oh yeah, tip as well. So in terms of interacting with this, I'm just pressing X. And then triangle. But later on, it might get a bit confusing, so I can explain a little bit later on. So yeah, we just apply it to the hand.
That is, a mixture of salt and water. We increase blood volume. Okay, finally, we've got to consider pain management and morphine.
You could give me the real deal, Sarge.
Okay, so quick slot is available. Hold R1, we see points. We put it into the arms.
Right, just like that. Excellent.
Okay, so that's that. And a quick tip as well, if you hold X, you can actually change your posture. And then you just sort of like lower yourself using the L3, or you can go up a bit. And so this is really useful when you're okay, you can lean as well. I didn't actually know that. That's cool. That's actually really helpful. I didn't know you could do that. That's actually even better. Wow, that's very cool. So yeah, if you hold X, you can change your stance like that. Okay, cool. So we're finished with this one. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one is land navigation. I actually got lost the first time I tried to do this, so hopefully I can give you guys some good tips.
Ready to beef up your navigation skills, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I take it you got a map on you. Open it now. Let's see what we can see. Military maps are detailed topographic representations. They show both natural land features as well as man-made ones. Notice north, or rather grid north, is at the top. But just because your map's pointing north, it doesn't mean you are. That, my friend, is where your trusty compass comes in. Let's bring it into play.
Double tap down on the D-pad. Okay. Oh, I see. He wants me to equip it on the map. Okay. It can be a little bit buggy
And make sure
sometimes.
you still got your compass up. The goal here is to get you and the map properly aligned.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to make ourselves point north.
Excellent. You've now got an orientated map. Well done. Let's talk about landmarks and how helpful they can be. Shift yourself to face azimuth 220.
Azimuth 220, which is basically the red numbers. So we're looking at 220
You should be able to
degrees.
see a lighthouse. Salient
see a
structures
lighthouse?
like that can be a godsend if
Yeah.
you're lost. Next, turn a bit to azimuth 240.
Azimuth
Can you see
240.
the island? Again, another perfect landmark. Last one. Align with azimuth 295.
Azimuth 295.
The airbase. That's perhaps the best navigation aid you'll likely find here. Its size and the direction of the runway make position finding pretty easy. Okay, good. Let's return to the map. Open it up again, please, Sergeant.
So I think, unfortunately, this might be one of the issues you might run into, where you have a bit of lag. So not really sure why he's not speaking. Okay, so he hasn't been speaking, but basically what I did, I just put on a protractor, put on the compass. I was just hoping for the best, but I think it was just a audio glitch there. But okay, so what that means then, if we put all of this away, so from our location here, he wants us to make our way down here. Okay. So first of all, we want to sort of head south. Then we'll take a left turn, then another left turn. Go up here. Okay, so we just have to find a vehicle.
Again, that's 032028. Good luck. You're on your own now, Sergeant.
So what I was talking about there, 032028. So along the corridor, 032 and 028, was it? Okay, so that brings them up here. Alright, let's do this. So I like to take out my compass just to make sure we're going the right way. This is pointing south. Okay, yeah, so we're going south. Okay, so that looks like we're going the right way. And then we have a turning here. So what we'll do, we'll quickly put on the handbrakes, double tap X, and we'll just check on the map. Is there a turning? Okay, cool, there's a turning. And on that turning, we're actually turning right. Okay. So on the next turning, we're going to be turning left. And we'll check the map as well, just to make sure we're going the right way. Okay, so we turn left, and then on the map it says we've got a paved road. And if we look here, okay, we can see a paved road. And we can see some telecommunication towers. So we'll just check the map. Okay, cool. There's these black lines for the start of these tele lines. Okay, so we turn left. And we know the place we want to get to, Burograd, is close to open water, so it looks like we're going the right way. But yeah, I really recommend you guys actually watch a navigation specific tutorial. Find that really helpful. Okay, so we've come to this sort of junction here, so we can just double check. Is there a junction coming up? Okay, yeah, we can see a junction. That makes sense. Two paved road junction. Okay, so we're staying on the right, keep going down here.
Hey, driver up here. Orders to tune that Jeep up a little. You'll have to hop out, buddy. Your instructor, he radioed ahead. Said if you make it here, you pass the course. He also had me time you. And if I didn't know better, I'd say you took a wrong turn or two. Either that, or you've been off doing jack. Not that I could blame you. Hey, fucking Ireland. These bullshit assignments.
Okay, so let's start vehicle
so
maintenance.
here's the thing. If you repair a vehicle in the field, you don't have to shit-can it to the rear. That saves on time and supplies and, yeah. Keeps us in the business of killing commies. Now, go grab a wrench and a jerry can from the crate near the generator.
Okay, so let's do this. So we come to this box and we open it. And I just press square. Hands up there, great.
Sarge, you may as well take the backpack too. You'll need it later.
Okay, so we've got a backpack.
That jerry can,
Press square to
ain't
equip.
got nothing in it. Drop it by the cistern. Then, refill it. Right to the top, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so first, so we kind of equipped it. You know what, let's drop it directly. So yeah, what you want to do is, this is the little fuel pump here. And what you want to do, you actually kind of want to come up to this wooden section. Because it's got a little a radius of effect where you can refuel. So yeah, we'll open this up, we go on here, so we press X to enter here, we go down, and we press square to drop. and now it's next to the refill point. So if we press down on the D-pad, we can sort of go through these options. Up and down on the D-pad gives you these options, and here we just hold square to fill up the container.
Done? Okay. Pick it up.
Okay, let's pick it up.
Next, I need you to gather spare parts from the supply box. It's around front, by the sign and the tire stack.
Okay, can we open this one? Okay, so they're telling us to pick up some supply storage, okay? Okay, so can we open it? Okay, nice, so we've gathered supplies. I'm not sure where it went though. But what I did was I just sort of, press X to open it, and I press square. Okay, do we have enough? The problem is I can't see where the supply's gone. And in-game is actually not this complicated to fix, to do vehicle maintenance, so don't worry about that. But okay, it's telling us to actually open this. How about if I press square on this? Okay, so I had to put the jerry can back, unfortunately. So I've dropped the jerry can. So we'll keep adding it. So what I'm doing is pressing square here, pressing. Well, can I just pick it up? I can't. I think we might. Okay. Okay, so we can't take any more. Okay, let's see if we need any more.
Let's get you fixing shit. Just up the road on my left, there's a car on its side. I'd like you to roll it over.
Alright guys, and I know this is pain point, to be honest, in this tutorial. This really messed me up for a little while. This bit is a little bit tricky, so I'll try and go over what I did again. So I pressed X to select it, and then I actually had to manually choose a point to put it in. So really, only the medium backpack can take it. The jerry can was there, so I dropped the jerry can, and then I was able to transfer 5 at a time supplies. In real game, it's not that complicated, really. So you don't have to worry about that in game. Don't worry about that. Okay, so let's pull it towards us.
Cow, I was waiting for you to ask me to lend a hand, but fuck. All right, nice one. Take the wrench and inspect the car for damage. See if you can partially repair the engine. Definitely need some loving.
So let's equip the wrench. So yeah, let's take that back again. So I go here and I press X on the what's it called, on the Alice standard, because I want to look into the equipment it has. Alright, and I'm pressing triangle to equip the wrench. By pressing triangle, it now gives us, when we hold R1, it tells us what needs to be fixed, basically. And it's saying that the fuel tank is really damaged. Okay, so let's fix it. Now, because we're not at a vehicle repair point, we can only fix it partially. Okay, we can go around, see if anything else needs fixed.
Yeah, that's about all you can do from there. But field repairs, they'll only get you so far. More work we'll need doing here. Get out the jerry can and give her a little gas. You don't need much.
Okay, so we have had to drop the jerry can there, so we'll pick it back up. I don't know if we can equip it. No, we can't. Okay, we managed to pick it back up. I don't know if we're holding it. Are we holding it? Okay, we weren't able to actually So what I would do here, so we're not actually able to pick it up because the storage here is blocking it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop it on the floor. And if we do want to pick it back up, then we can just press right on the D-pad, and yeah, you can see vicinity, so you can just pick up the nearby stuff. So I want to pick up the jerry can, so let's pick up the jerry can. And actually we want to equip it, so let's equip it. So now we're holding the jerry can, you can sort of see in the shadows. And if I press the options, if I hold the options button, then we can actually see it, and I'm holding R1 to kind of look around. But we can kind of see that we're definitely holding it. So now we're actually going to go up to the fuel tank to be able to refuel it.
That ought to do it. Good. Drive around here.
Okay. And to unequip the jerry can, I'm just going to press triangle. That's going to be able to. That's going to allow me to enter the car. Okay, we're going into the vehicle maintenance point. Double tap X on the handbrake.
That gas tank's still pissing fuel. Better rip out your wrench again and get to work. You're in the right spot for it, though. You got all you need to get her roadworthy. Yeah, that's it. Just give the engine another look. See if you can unjank it.
Okay, go next to the engine.
Last but not least, fill her up. If you've patched the tank up proper, you should be good.
Okay, and we can fill her up. And that's because the gas point is here, so we're in the area of effect. So we're not actually using a jerry can
Hell,
at
you're
this
a
point.
bona fide grease monkey, Sarge. I ain't too sure there's a whole lot more I can teach you. Oh, and the Jeep. If you need a ride, go on and take it.
Alright, perfect. Feel free to use this Jeep. I'm going to use the waypoint just to speed up the tutorial a little bit. Alright, what's next? Okay, so let's do combat engineering.
Good to see you, Sergeant. Okay, combat engineering. Let's begin by stating the obvious. We can't do jack shit without the right materials. Head over to the Vehicle Management Point and requisition an engineering truck.
Alright, perfect. So we're going to request an engineering truck, which is a construction truck. Okay, so construction truck. Then you can hold R1 to sort of turn it how you like. So I'll turn it like this. And then I'm going to hold the touchpad and hold triangle.
Excellent. Now we need to load up on supplies.
Okay. So we've got supplies here. What we want to do is we want to load the supplies here, but you can see that it says unavailable, and that's because our truck is too far away. So we have to get in a truck and back it up so it's close enough to the supplies for us to load it. Okay, so I think we're close enough. Now we're going to get to the back, and it'll give us an option to load the supplies. Because we're close enough to the storage point to transfer.
That should do it. Get in the truck and check your map. You'll see a location marked. Drive to that position.
An actual combat engineer will meet you there and have you set up some fortifications. It's regular money. You'll love it.
Some trucks you would notice are a lot more difficult to drive than like normal cars. The turn radius is a lot slower. So yeah, just take your time, pretend, you know, just a trucker. And just, yeah, kind of drive how you would in real life almost. Sometimes you might need to reverse. Double tap X for the handbrake.
Hey,
Alright,
time to bust ass. If you'd kindly see to those supplies in the truck, we'll get started.
so we'll get to the back of the truck and we'll start building.
Our orders are to throw together a machine gun nest. Think you can handle that? Just need to find a sensible spot.
Okay, so you can see the gun outline, so we'll have the machine gun facing the field. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think it could... Oh, does it? Let us... Yeah, I think you could even build it that way, but I think it makes sense for it to face the field.
You'll need your entrenching tool out, unless, of course, you want to scrabble around in the dirt
Alright.
using your hands like some jacked up fucking gopher.
So, holding right on the D-pad and pressing R2. Now we've got the entrenching tool equipped, so it should give us the option to build. But interestingly it's not, so let's try that again.
That's it.
There we go. Okay, I might have accidentally pressed the spanner tool maybe.
Well, shit. I couldn't have packed those sandbags better myself. Good job. That's your basics covered. Mostly, it all comes down to supplies and a little elbow grease. Anyhow, much appreciated, Sergeant. Come back later if you want. We still got a shit ton of field defenses to prepare.
Alright, perfect. That's that done. Another tip as well, when you're in game, on a server playing conflict mode, if you put down a building and you can't see it, likelihood is you haven't got your entrenching tool equipped. So once you equipped it, then you can see it. So you can see now I've got a disassembly sign, but if I press triangle to unequip the tool, there's no longer a sign. Okay. Alright, so let's go to the next point. Feel free to drive, I'm going to be using a waypoint just for time's sake. Alright, so we'll do a fun one. We'll do special weapons. So I tap, then I hold.